Hey guys, Andrew here with Naples Drone Solutions. I'm here today to talk about how to set up a Raspberry Pi and write an image to a flash disk to put in the Pi to get Debian running on your Raspberry Pi so you can use it as a Linux computer. Today we're going to be using a Windows PC to do this, an SD card. As you can see, I got my little SanDisk here. We're going to be using Google Chrome, and we're going to use Win32 diskimager. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and we're going to download the diskimager. We're going to download Raspbian. I prefer Raspbian with Pixel versus the Jessie Lite. That's just because I'm new to this, and you probably are too if you're watching this. And I think the graphic user interface, or GUI, on the Pixel version is a little bit easier to use than just the standard command prompt version. And it lets you kind of dip your toe in the water in terms of figuring out the command prompt instead of diving head first. If you're someone that needs to dive head first, then you can go ahead and download the light version and just, apt-get install all the things you want. But nowadays with a Raspberry Pi, you're likely using a decent size flash disk. I mean, 8 gigs will be plenty. And we're going to plug in our SD card into the computer. We're going to make sure that our device is set to the storage drive that it should be. I can see here that my storage drive is labeled boot F. So I'm going to make sure that my F drive is selected, and then I'm going to navigate to where I stored my unzipped version of Raspbian, and I'm going to open it, and I'm going to write. And it's going to say that it can corrupt the device because it's going to likely format your device and rewrite whatever system we have on there. This is going to take a minute, and then we'll come back when it's done, and I'll show you what it looks like to load it in the Raspberry Pi and actually get it going. Here we have our Raspberry Pi, and I've got my SD card that we just imaged, and I'm going to go ahead and plug it in to the backside slot. I'm going to slot it right in there, and then I'm going to plug in my USB cable. Go ahead and wiggle that on in there, and it's going to power on, and we'll get to see what it looks like. This is the graphic user interface you get when you download for the first time. You have your status bar up top, you have your menus and your time, and it looks like a typical desktop. In later videos I'll go over how to set up Wi-Fi, especially if you're adverse to using a plugin for it, or if your plugins don't work, like mine didn't. You can easily set it through a config file in the command line, and we'll go over that in the next video.